First off, I want to understand how Bella Niger even saw the photos.
I wanted to do something that was Vogue worthy. I was telling someone that, that's some of the amount of money that people pay for a photo shoot to me. It comes with water and juice, at least. And they're like, you have money. I'm like, no matter how good the photos are at the end of the day, if I don't treat you right, there is a high chance you will not come back.
Okay, so how do you get featured on the biggest platform for weddings in Nigeria? It's simple. You have to have a strong brand image. And we have a very special photographer who recently got featured on Bella Niger. And he's going to show us how you and I can build a brand so strong that we get recognized by these top people. Welcome to Creatives Spotlight. So, first off, I want to understand how Bella Niger even saw the photos. Did they like your previous post before? Did someone send it to them? How did they happen?
It was quite simple. They reached out to me and they said, would like to feature this specific work of yours. Can you send us a downloadable gallery?
Yeah.
They even said you could even send through Google Drive and whatnot. But I use our Pixel, so I just sent them the link. I was surprised that I saw that they reached out to me because I wasn't really expecting it. But
yeah,
it's one of those things.
Amazing. So how did you feel when you saw the text? Like,
Funny story was while I was looking, while I got that message, right, I was trying to close in with a client for their balance.
Okay.
We had done the shoots. They were owing us money. So I was just texting them to, checking that, what's up? This. And I just saw, Niger wants to send you a message because, for some reason, I wasn't following them on that account that they messaged me on. And now I follow them on my other personal account. So I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. And I opened it, saw the message, I was like, interesting. That's how I felt. Like,
yeah,
for real, like I'm not trying. It's like, interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's just how I felt.
Amazing. Did you call someone like, Bella Niger just did this?
No.
We were just like, okay. Nice.
No. For me, when I get recognitions like that, I get excited, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, anybody would. But something at the back of my mind always says, now you're getting recognition. That means you need to step up, right? You cannot go below the standard everybody is seeing.
Yeah.
You get, so like there's this voice at the back of my head that keeps ringing it out, like, okay. So it's every single time anybody comes online to say, I saw this work and it's this photographer and it's me, I'm like, now I have to raise the standard again. So yeah, that's how it's like.
I would also love to know like your process, right? Because when I look at your Instagram page, I see a lot of pictures, and the pictures, they are good. Like when I see it, I was just telling my teammate the other day, like, oh wow, this guy Martin Nations is like, see this picture, and it's different in a good way. It's creative. It's also the one that got featured on Bella Niger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. So what's your process like? Where do you get your inspiration? How do you think about shoots when you approach them?
And that's like 3 questions. Okay. I'll answer them based on how I remember, because these days I forget to call them. So, okay. So my inspiration basically is, I think I get inspiration from so many things to start with, right? As a photographer, I think any photographer watching this would say, they can relate when I say Pinterest. Pinterest is somewhere flooded with ideas. You just go there, In fact, I create my mood board with Pinterest because of how good Pinterest is. Because when a client sends me a dress that they want to wear,
Yeah.
I look at the kind of dress, I take maybe screenshots, and I put it on Pinterest. It shows me like similar dresses.
Yeah.
But then when I click on one, when you start scrolling, you will see a photo shoot that had been done with a dress like that. It's not possible. But when you save that, it starts bringing more ideas like that. And then from there, you can already have an idea of, oh, okay, so this is what had been done. What can I do to elevate something like that for my client? Another thing I do is I watch quite a lot of movies, man. Like I watch like a lot of movies. And for someone that claimed to be busy, I watch a awful lot of movies. And I realized that, I mean, I watch a lot of them when I'm eating. So but the moment I'm done eating, I just pause it and get back to work. Not just any movies, right? I watch movies that captivate me when I see the trailer. What captivates me is the way the movie is set up, the way the sets are designed. So I'm like, I need to see this. You know, an example was Sandman.
It has begun.
Obviously, I wouldn't create things as dark as that, but like I see the idea. I see how it could change if you move one color, you change black to maybe blue, change another gray to maybe red. You know, I get how it looks. I watch anime as well. I mean, not as much as I used to, but I try my best these days. Superhero movies and stuff. You know, it's just to visually stimulate your mind, right? So a lot of times you don't know. I said it to someone recently that when you consume so many things, right, you turn out quite, you know, like it depends on what you consume, by the way, your level of exposure. But when you consume so many things, right, it shows in your work, it shows in your creative process, and you would not know where a certain idea comes from the moment you think about it. You're like, I think we should shoot this against this background and add this prop or this.
Yeah.
How did you think about it? Something has actually influenced you, but you can't remember what. It's usually a case of what you've seen before. You cannot just.
Yeah.
Right. It's how I find myself using some words that I have not used before, but I use them correctly in a sentence. And I wonder how I said those words. I listen to podcasts. So it makes sense. I might have heard it somewhere. I watch movies a lot. I might have heard it somewhere and I just used it. And about my last but not the least, other photographers. I like being around creatives. I like to see their work and ask them, I'm saying, senior man, how did you do this? You know, luckily I'm likable. So they take me through their process.
Yeah.
You know, we bounce around ideas and stuff. And yeah, that's all. And about my creative process, right?
Yeah.
So it goes from clients reaches out to us. We ask them what they want to do. We ask them what idea they already have in their mind, because we have different type of clients. People already have a set in stone idea in their mind. This is what I want. I just want you to achieve it. Some have seen something they like, but they are not sure. They think you can do something better. Yeah. And some have no idea at all. Right. So for clients that already have an idea, so this is what I want, work with what they want. Right. They already have, in fact, those clients have already made their own mood board for you. Well, to be very honest, I once had a client that did a Google slide of how she wants the poses to look like, how she wants the lighting to look like, how she wants the photos to look like.
Wow.
And the dress that she's wearing, her makeup style, her hairstyle, like, I was like, And you know, the interesting thing is that I gave her 3 pictures. I was like, man, like, nah, you made my work easy, you know? She already caught the part of me, you know, creating a mood board, thinking of, you know, when you're creating a mood board, you're not sure a client will like something. You just do it in in the faith that they will like it,
Yeah.
right? So there are those clients. We just have their mood board. I reach out to people that I want to reach out to for the shoot. Sometimes we have to build a set for it. Sometimes we need someone to come arrange sets, like a set designer.
Yeah.
If we need a set designer for their shoots, we reach out to them. You know, we ask how much it costs to do something like that. We reach out to the clients. We finalize, we do our shoots. Easy peasy. So we do the mood board all over again. We start to talk to parties involved. Oh, set designer. Oh, makeup artist. Oh, hairstylist. Oh, how much is it going to cost? How much is this going to cost? Yeah. Some clients even come to say we should style them. Wow. Because they have no idea what they want to wear.
I do think that's the case. Like for them wanting you to style them, is it because of they've seen what you can do and they're like, okay, I trust this guy?
Well, it comes from that they believe in. It comes from that, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, some have no idea. I mean, I have someone right now that has no idea what he wants to wear, but he knows he does not want to wear it. But he wants it to look corporate. It's just a headshot. He said, I don't want to wear a suit, but I want to look corporate. That's enough description for me to start saying, okay, maybe you should wear, maybe you should wear,
Yeah.
Like
giving him options,
what to wear. Oh, you can wear Henley, you can wear, like some people are like that. Yeah, so from there, then we move to, from pre-production to production. We shoot on the days. We have different hands on ground, people that help you with the lights.
Yeah.
I shoot if we need someone that's going to do the behind the scenes. We have someone for that. When people want videos, Instagram content, right? TikTok content. And they have someone for that as well. So yeah. Then from there, we upload the images. I personally, I don't know the process of the other guys, but like for me, I upload the images on my gallery, our Pixel, as you guys have it, right?
Yeah.
And they select their photos from there, right? And they send me a prompt. Oh, Anthony, we're done with selection. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So yeah.
Seamless process.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, because why I say sometimes is that each package comes with a certain amount of photos, right? Let's say you pay for a package worth 300K and you are expected to get 10 edited photos.
Yeah.
Some people go overboard and pick much more, which is good for us because it's extra edits. We will charge you for that. But okay, I've had a client. I hope she doesn't see this. I had a client that I did a photo shoot for earlier last year.
Yeah.
And she selected over 90 photos, which is not bad, right? And she said she will be reducing it little by little. This is 2026. She has not finished this. Yeah. That is stressful. It's not seamless, right?
Yeah.
I told my staff, please remind this lady, please remind her. She reached out to me earlier. They said, I've not forgotten you. I've reduced it to like 40. I'm like, let's pay for the extras and let's do it. Right? And it's a case, I recently, found out that almost all the clients I shoot have that same problem with selection. Right? Because they're like, I want all these images, right? And then we created a separate package that, okay, we give you all the unedited images for a fee. Since you love them so much, that's fine.
Yeah.
And the ones you want to edit, we still charge you for those ones, the extra ones, right? Everybody goes home happy. you have a million pictures. You can always come back with those pictures for us to edit them. Just be a student. We'll do it. I mean, we're in the business of selling pictures, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be
Friends.
not very good.
You mentioned something. You said we're in the business of selling photos. But I had another photographer say something like we're in the business of selling experience.
You see, that photographer is not wrong. He's absolutely right. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer of 2 truths can coexist, 3 truths can coexist, or 5 truths. In fact, I share the same sentiment with that particular photographer. Right? Because he's right.
Yeah.
We're selling an experience. Yeah. No matter how good the photos are at the end of the day, if I don't treat you right, there is a high chance you will not come back. Because I mean, they're like over maybe 50,000 photographers in Nigeria alone. I don't know. But I believe there are much more than.
Yeah.
But like, okay, let's say Lagos, that there are more than 30,000 photographers in Lagos on different level. If I don't treat you right, there's someone that can do it. So I have to treat you right. I have to make your session memorable. I have to make it that you cannot forget the session. You know, it all comes from the place you shoot in, the way the studio is. In fact, it starts from them coming from their house. Sorry, I'm wrong. Take it back. It starts from when they reach out to you and how you respond. Yeah. Down to how you book the appointment for them. I personally get their emails, right, and send them an invitation that when they click, yes, I'm going to attend, it pops up on their calendar. And it reminds them that they have a shoot on so day at so time. So they don't forget. And then on their way to the studio, the place the studio is situated also counts. It's part of the experience. If I'm coming to a studio and I have to jump over a canal to get there, if I have to go to a studio and there are a lot of admirers to get there and they stop the client's car because it's in a Benz or something to collect money, I've tainted that experience one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to the studio, oh, nice space, good, great photographer, but the AC is not on. Everywhere is hot, no fan, right?
Yeah.
Or you have ACs, but it took the light, but you don't have a backup gen or you don't have an inverter, and they're there all the time. You're like, oh, well, I'm shooting with 8600, it's just battery, it doesn't need light. Right?
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
Experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's we can talk about the experience from the beginning. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
If the pictures at the end of the day comes out nice, do you think they'll ever forget what they went through before this process? No, they wouldn't. It's why when people book me and I was telling someone that, oh, that's some of the amount of money that people pay for a photo shoot to me. It comes with water and juice at least. And they're like, oh, you have money. I'm like, no. Like, if a client wants to drink water, I have to give them water. They want to take drinks, I have to give them drinks. I mean, hopefully, we're scaling up to the point where they ask for lunch, we can give them lunch. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's the least you can do for them to say, I'd recommend this guy always. You have to protect your clients like egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that will go a long way. They'll be like, I went to this photographer studio and they gave me.
And this is how they treated me.
Exactly.
It means when they go out to somewhere else and they meet another photographer that doesn't treat them as good as you treated them, they're going to say, we should have used this photographer next time. This is what you did for us. So
that's amazing.
It has to be in their head. I did a photo shoot for one particular lady in 2024. She did the BTS of the shoot herself. Apart from the person that was doing the BTS, she did one for herself to keep. And she was showing me that her iPhone was saying, the space was already filled up. She deleted everything except those videos and pictures of herself. She's like, I'm finding it hard to let go of these videos. And I'm like,
You've done it.
I mean, she sent her sister, her brother was getting married, came again. Like,
Wow.
one client multiplied to, I think, like 4 other clients.
That's incredible.
Just because you treated one person well.
And I think most photographers, or can I say creatives in general, they just think all you have to do is take the best shots, and then people will keep referring.
Well, it's like that for some people, but people don't know that a good service, it's not just the service you're rendering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that surely reflects on your brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it like brings the question of how are you building your brand? Like what are you thinking of to make sure you keep that standard and keep increasing it?
So first of all is cost, right? Yes, we have ideas, but some of those ideas will not manifest if you don't plan for it adequately.
Yeah.
Right? If I want to charge 10,000 naira for a photo shoot and I don't own a studio, right? And my client pays me 10,000 naira.
Yeah.
And I go to a studio and they charge me 5,000 naira for an hour, right? And the shoot is 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
So for me, here from my house to the studio cost me, let's say, 1,000 naira. I'll be left with what? 4,000 naira, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to my house is another 1,000 naira. I'm left with what? 3,000 naira, right? That 3,000 naira, right? And I say I want to buy Chivita for my client. Chivita is like 1.5 now, I think so. Also.
Yeah.
Would I be able to buy the Chivita? Because I didn't charge enough to give my clients Chivita, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we say the drinks and the water, the snacks are complimentary. The client had already paid for it. The other people that will charge as much as that, I will not give the client water or drink or anything. That's them. Right?
Yeah.
So once you set a standard, right, you have to be sure that you can pull people that will pay you that standard. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes at first you have to go out of your way to make it possible. Because one thing about standard is that once you've started doing it, even out of your comfort zone, it becomes a norm to you. And you're like, whatever I do, don't go below the standard. At first, when I started giving clients water, people ask me when I just get to the studio, you bought this pack of what? Yes, no. Okay, you have money. Not gaining as much as I would, but I have to do it
for the future.
So yeah, at that point, when you're giving your clients munchy, some of them will start asking, when will you start giving us drinks? The moment they start asking when you start giving us drinks, no, you've won. Nice, you give us water, we want drinks. And you know the thing about Nigerian customers and clients is that they want more than they paid for. I mean, it's a common knowledge. They want more than they pay for. So you'll be like, okay, I'll give you. You have to think about it. Okay, if I'm charging 50K and I give them only water and I want to give them juice this time, I have to add 1.5 to it. Or let's say 5,000 to be able to afford giving them what they want. Sometimes some clients come And they're like, oh, we have this for you. Oh, don't worry. I was like, oh, it comes with this session. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. Huh. I think for you to know the standard to set, you have to be somewhere that you've seen that is possible. You have to be at, let me coin that word. You have to have been exposed. Right? I always say this to young photographers that try your best to be at a major production, maybe once, where they're doing like a major shoot, maybe like an ad or a brand or something. See how much effort goes into those things. See how much money goes into feeding the people on set and stuff. Then it changes your mindset. Okay,
This is possible.
this is possible. You cannot dream further than what you know is possible.
We've talked about branding. We've talked about how to give clients a great experience, which is, I would say, the number one thing after the skills. If I may ask, what makes a great brand? When someone looks at Imagination Studios or thinks about it, what do you want them to think about?
Okay. What do I want them to think about? That's a very interesting question. I'll say I want them to think about Imaginations as a brand that represents people for who they are, right? Like that shows authenticity of what people are. I think that's what it is. That you look at the photo and you can tell, okay, yeah, this is nice. This is this person. They don't look out of place. Even if you see a photo that looks a little bit out of place, subconsciously in your mind, you should think of it as a brand. Yeah. So, yeah, that showcases people's authenticity. Yeah, that's basically. That's what I want people to look at when they see my work. Okay, yeah.
He doesn't over exaggerate the moment.
I wouldn't say over. There's some people that you have to over exaggerate I wouldn't call it over exaggerate. There's some people that whatever you have to do, you have to go extra. You have to go extra for every client, right?
Yeah.
But there are some things that are much more elaborate than others. There's some kind of people that when you want to shoot them, you have to show their extra vibe in the photo. So why some people want it simple and clean, and people want it grand. That's why I said you need to showcase people's authenticity. You get, because people are different. Yeah. Not all rulers work where everybody gets. So, yeah.
So for you to get that, I think you have to ask them questions and also observe.
Yeah. We ask clients a lot of questions, and sometimes actually it's just photo shoot. Mommy, uncle, it's not just photo shoot, right? It's something that we want you to keep. Like you look at it and you're like, I'm glad I spent money on this, because whether you like it or not, memories fade, man. People die. The things that remain are pictures. I wouldn't know what my grandpa looked like or my grandpas from both sides. I wouldn't know what they look like if I hadn't seen photographs. That's the easiest way to say it.
and I think that just summarizes photography. So, looking back on the picture, I'll leave it on the screen that got featured on Bella Naija. What would you say made it stand out?
Interesting. The scene is what made it stand out. They're couples, right?
Yeah.
The groom in a tuxedo, the wife in a beautiful dress, right?
Yeah.
we've seen couples wear tuxedos and be in a beautiful dress, right? But what is not regular is shooting a wedding look at an art gallery. So this scene, yeah, is what stands out. This scene, yeah. Yeah, that's what stands out. That's speechless. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of the shot and I'm looking at it that yes, that is truly what stand out. The lighting, the pose. Plus, she said, I think she said they are both models.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, you wouldn't know at first until you look big. I mean, yeah, like the scene. The funny thing is that this work wasn't even the original idea. The plan was just to shoot it in our studio, have a gray backdrop, just regular editorial, right? Well, because of the kind of person I am, I changed the whole thing. Because it wasn't even my idea to even start with. It was someone else's idea. The makeup artist came up. Shout out to Prime, by the way. Came up with the idea to shoot a bridal look, and I said, okay, let's do something. And then I was just looking at it one day. I'm like, oh.
no.
And then currently, I'm a fan of Asian photographers. You know, Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, Korean photographers. These guys are very good. And I think what draws their work to me is the maximalism in all their pictures. Like, you know, we talk about minimalists, the less is more, right?
Yeah.
But for maximalism, everything in frame tells a story. You get, and that is what I want to do. It's just that budgets not allow us to do it. Because when set designers bring budget, we run away. Same thing for this maximalist. You shoot something where originally you shouldn't even shoot it. I don't know if there's any photographer in Nigeria. I don't know. I've not seen, right?
Yeah.
If someone had shot a wedding or a wedding look at an art gallery. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think
I've not seen.
Yeah.
But I really hope someone had done it before, to be very honest, because as I now. But like, I really hope someone has done it before. I just wanted to change the way Nigerian wedding scenery looks like. I mean, I'm not a wedding photographer, so the way I see things, I see it much more different, right? But I think we can do much more. I mean, we are even doing much more, but I'm just trying to do something extremely different from, you know, the regular wedding pictures. And if couples allow me, I'll do it for them. Yeah.
You talk about story, and I'm curious what story you were trying to tell in that thing.
So, let me even tell you the truth. I don't want to give you the aspire, right?
Yeah.
The original intent is to do something uncomfortable, something that people would. Do you know, there's some things that you see people do and like, wow, that makes sense. How come I've never thought of it?
Yeah.
That is the simple thing. Like, I want photographers to look at it and like, this is great. And how come I never thought of it? You know, to change, because usually when we see wedding looks, it's either you shoot it in a church, you shoot it in a garden, you know, like, there are a lot of amazing wedding photographers that are doing things that even I didn't even imagine that is possible in this Nigeria. So I want to do something like that. That's what this thing. And I wanted to do something that was Vogue worthy. Not a Vogue craze, but like something that people see and they're like, wow.
This should be on Vogue.
Wow. This could be a Vogue cover. Yeah. But yeah, that's the storyline. Simple.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think photographers and creatives in general should, because that's basically the job description.
Mm-hmm.
Think creatively outside the box or inside the box, and then just do something different.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about pressure and whenever someone refers you, you have that kind of pressure to, okay, now I need to raise standard.
Mm.
So how do you manage the pressure, and do you have any systems in place to help you maintain that creativity without getting burnt out?
So first things first, let me correct. I don't say when anybody refers me. For sure.
No.
I said when I get recognized, like by brand, like a top brand, or
Yeah.
someone talks about me online, it comes with a certain level of, expectation. Like, oh, okay, now I have to do more, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we say, oh, that don't let anybody dictate the way you do things, right? It's hard because imagine people look at you and they're like, oh, okay, I like this guy's work and I can take inspiration from it. And all of a sudden, because of you're getting the attention, you start to get comfortable. You get, and then you start just doing.
Yeah.
You get, so yeah. How do I maintain that? First of all, I don't book too many shoots in a week. That's number one. I'm not a thief. Okay, I don't say anybody that is a thief. Sorry. I'm not greedy.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not greedy. And I do things with space in between. These days, I'm even trying to do a system where I can only take shoots on certain days. You get?
Yeah.
So I blocked out, for example, Tuesday and Fridays. Nothing that want to happen that day. If the sky is falling down, I'm not doing shoots that day.
Yes.
There are some exceptions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I know generally at Thursdays and Fridays, I'm not doing a photo shoot. At least I can rest.
Yeah.
So the other days I can, fit in something. Going forward, if, like I said, like I don't book too many shoots in a week because I need time to rest, I need time to think, I need time to, it shows when you're shooting graduation.
Yeah.
All those graduation, convocation shoots, call to bar, it shows a lot because at that point, if you start to do a lot of shoots back to back, you get tired mentally and you start doing the same thing. You're like, okay, just want this. Let's put a white background. Let's take a picture and let's just go. Every should start to look the same. I mean, I'm not saying looking the same is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
But what if you had promised your clients something unique from any other person's own? How do you come through with that? I put space in between. Like, even when I do 2 shoots in a day, there's a buffer time in between that. Okay, let me rest now. Let me think.
Yeah.
Like a 2 hour, 3 hours buffer time. Okay, let me rest.
Yeah.
Unless if the people I'm shooting on the same day are maybe kind of related, then I don't put a buffer time. I just plan everything ahead and shoot it. Go home and go and sleep. Secondly, I sleep well. I like to sleep.
How many hours
I don't even know.
on average?
I think that has changed a lot this year.
Yeah.
Because the time I was sleeping my proper 8 hours, sometimes 6, and there was a particular month, I don't mention that month, but I think it was February. I was sleeping like 2-3 hours. It's like legit burnt out. Like, oh, events, oh, this, oh, that. And that came from the fact that I wanted to meet a financial target. And I said, I'm not going to do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't meet it, I did not meet it. Yeah. And lastly, how I raise the standard. How I keep the standard is I watch other photographers. I see what they are doing. I stay around creatives. We talk.
Yeah.
Right. I listen to my clients. Like, all of this is the same thing. Like, I listen to my clients. What do you want? Listen to creatives. So this is what is trending now. This is how, much bigger photographers. I listen to what they say. Oh, okay, this is how you when you listen, like you learn much more than when you talk. Sometimes listening a lot would make you not lose out on a lot of updates. You get that's
Yeah.
what I mean by I listen a lot. Right? Oh, you listen and you hear, oh, there's this new application in town that makes your work easier. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I listen a lot. Is oh, there's this thing that people use in their photo shoot that makes this picture come out like this instead of what we're using before, and it's cheaper. Oh, okay.
What's a software tool
Okay.
that you found out by listening that's made your life easier?
Two softwares, Evoto. You spend hours retouching images, right? And then all of a sudden you find out there is a tool somewhere that can cut down 3 hours of editing to 20 minutes. All you just have to pay is a certain amount of money. Number two, our Pixel. And I'm not saying it because of you people are here, right? You see this chasing of clients that we always chase them for balance.
Yeah.
That's reduced, to be honest. Before I used to have like a long list of debtors on my notepad on my phone. Right? Now I don't really have them. The only people on that list are people that are close to me. I used to have a long list. Oh, Mrs. So-so is owing us money. Mr. So-so is owing us money. You get.
Yeah.
But these days, oh, your photos are ready. Oh, that's nice. And we send them a link and they click on it and they say, you owe a certain amount of money for you to download these pictures. Yeah. So too.
So someone who is starting out as a photographer or who's had experience, what would you tell them to focus on?
Photography wise?
Yeah.
Oof. Lighting. Yeah.
Not client experience. The top one.
Okay, so I'll say lighting. Like for someone starting out trying to make lighting, I think the answer would change based on the stage the photographers are in. 0 to 1 year in photography.
Okay.
Focus on composition, how to make a good image, right?
Yeah.
Composition and your exposure triangle, basically. Yeah. And the first thing you should buy is SD card. You have no business buying a camera if you cannot afford it. First thing you should buy is SD card. Then 2 to more than 1 year to maybe 3 years or 2 years lighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all this time you can be getting clients and be servicing them. It's fine, right? Then from 3 to 4 years, then master your craft, right? In all of these years, from 1 to 2 years, you'll be learning editing, right?
Yeah.
Retouching and stuff. But by the 3rd year, you should have gotten a hang of it. If that is only what you are doing, like strictly photography, right? And from that 1 to 3 years, explore a lot. Do food photography, do sport photography, portrait, landscape, sky. Like, what have we not? If you check like 90% of the big photographers out there, they've done like millions. Me myself, I've done food photography. Why? I need the cash, man. And I saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot say how much I charged at that time, but let's keep it moving. But like, I saw an opportunity, I took it. I mean, the woman liked the picture, right? But like, I just did it, yeah. And I learned a lot from doing it. In fact, I passed the restaurant yesterday. But like, sports, like, try to touch, because in each of all these spaces, they have different things that are important to them. So you get a hang of things. You understand? A food photographer, the gears they are going to have is different from what a sports photographer is going to prioritize. is different from what a portrait photographer is going to prioritize. The gears,
Yeah.
you get like, it's why I want you to, dabble around your first 1 to 3 years, like play around, fashion, like just even flash photography events, do it, like just do it.
Yeah.
After that third, fourth year is where you would have found where your interest really lies after you've dabbled around, yeah. And then, I mean, from the first to third year, you should also be learning. I mean, you would have learned client relations, yeah, because you see people that will say, "Oh no, I cannot pay 10,000 naira. I'll pay 2K." I'm serious. From there, you would learn, right, how to handle those things when things have happened to you 1 million times. No, I've once had a client back when I was in 200 level, when I was doing photography, that complained that her leg was somehow when we were taking pictures. But by God's grace, that's how her leg was in real life. I mean, how would I, like, who would have thought? Right?
Yeah.
Like a million things could happen.
How long have you been in photography?
I was hoping that. Okay, oh my God. You have to excuse me. So professionally or like in general?
Let's say professional, like both.
Okay, in general, I started photographing in 2019. So that's how many years now? It's like 7, I mean.
Yeah, I do.
7. My math is on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
7 years
7.
now. Professionally, when I started taking it serious to make money from it, was 2 years ago, 2024, or the end of 2023. When I started to take it serious, that I want to go into studio photography and portrait strictly, and I need to do 2024. So in 2 years.
I mean, in 2 years, a lot has happened.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Let's start the fireside chat.
Okay. Let's have it. To get a shot.
Yeah.
I've climbed 3. I can't really remember what we were trying to do, to be very honest. I just told him to dress up and take some pictures, and
You'll be on the tree.
actually that was not the whole point.
I want you to call one friend and ask them to describe you and your brand in one word.
Right now, I'm on a show, right? And they asked me to call someone to describe Imagination Studio in one word.
So imaginations today, tomorrow, and every day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.
All right, now.
Bye.
Bye.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.